Tim Birkley is with us. He is the vice president of AFSCME Local 60. AFSCME is the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, if my recollection is correct, Tim?
Yes, it is, Tom. Thank you very much.
Sure, and it's AFSCME.org, the website. One of the AFSCME in general, one of the larger of the unions that's left, which is why, of course, this conservative, AstroTurf, from the AstroTurf Tea Party to the Republicans to right-wing talk radio, continuous. I'm getting, obviously paid callers, people who are not listening to the program, don't know what I'm talking about, but they come on and all of a sudden they start going off on how their property taxes are going through the roof because they're having to pay for the pensions of state and county employees. This war is going on steroids. Tell me what's going on in Wisconsin, Tim.
Well, Tom, you're absolutely right. Last Friday, Scott Walker, he declared war on the middle class of Wisconsin when he proposed this destructive budget repair bill. And what Governor Walker is calling a strategy to fix the deficit is, in truth, an all-out attack on public workers and the Wisconsin idea. But, Tom, we in Wisconsin are descendants, as you know, of Fighting Bob LaFollette.
Oh, yeah.
We're rooted in the civil rights and the anti-war movements.
Yeah.
And we are the birthplace of AFSCME 75 years ago on the steps that are in the Capitol building that I'm marching to with hundreds of students right now to deliver Valentine's to Scott Walker.
Oh, that's great.
We're 1.6 million strong. This is not this will not stand with the public, and we're going to fight and we're going to win. And
Good.
This is not just Wisconsin's fight, as you know. This is a nation's fight. Where the test case destroyed the largest force that protects the rights of the middle class, and we need help from our friends, our sisters, our brothers, and all who want to stop the corporate takeover of our country.
So people, you're right about fighting. In fact, I was one of the keynote speakers at Fighting Bob Fest this last year, me and Jim Hightower and Jesse Jackson and a few others.
Tom, the only reason I didn't show to that was because I was up at a people rally with AFSCME organizing, and I'm glad I did because that's what I'm doing now, organizing people in this state.
And that's really important work. I mean, that's really important work that you're doing, Tim Birkley. Tim, tell us first of all, for our listeners who are in Wisconsin, what they can do, and for our listeners who are outside of Wisconsin, or may not be, even a convenient driving distance to show up or help out in any kind of physical way, what they can do.
Well, first of all, they can go to AFSCME.org and access our AFSCME Council 40 website. I'm a member of AFSCME Council 40. Mm-hmm. And our plan for the next 3 days is spelled out right there. There's phone numbers where we can call, where you can go and call our legislatures and ask them to please stop this. Please rethink, come to the negotiating table. We have a rally planned at 11 a.m. at the state capitol tomorrow and Wednesday. We have events going on all day and all night. We're bussing in folks from across the state, from all of our local unions. And we're really asking our brothers and sisters and anybody who cares about the middle class of America who's within driving distance to come up, take a day off of work, and join us at the Capitol at 11 a.m. on Tuesday and Wednesday.
So if you're a unionized worker, I mean, this isn't just about AFSCME, of course. The American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees is the union for government employees, but it's working people. I mean, and unions, of course, are democracies in the workplace. Unions elect their officials. Unions, by majority rule, decide how they're going to respond to things and what they're going to be doing, as opposed to their employers in most cases. And so you're reaching out to all of organized labor, manufacturing organized labor, service industry, as in AFL-CIO, service industry as in SEIU, Change to Win, that kind of thing. And everybody is coming together to Wisconsin for this. And you can get information over to AFSCME.org, AFSCME.org. And then your Council 40, you said. I had it written down, apparently wrong as Local 60.
40 and we have Council 40 and Council 24 and Council 48. Council 24, by the way, was the first AFSCME organization in 1932. A bunch of white-collar workers at the state capitol organized Council 24.
That's the one Rich Abelson is the ED of, isn't he?
Correct, I believe so.
Yeah.
But Tom, what I want to say that's really important here is this isn't just about public employees, and it's just not about organized labor. We have managers and supervisors who are not organized. We have teachers who are organized. I mean, we're all in this together. There's 175,000 public employees in the state of Wisconsin,
right.
and only a fraction of them are unionized. Many of them are not, but they're feeling the same effects. This is an attack on the middle class,
Sure.
not just organized labor. And the right to negotiate both wages and benefits through a union is the fundamental underpinning of the middle class. And when workers in either the private or public sector join together in unions, it serves as a check on corporate power and helps all workers by raising community standards.
I think one of the things
is what he's trying to remove.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that has been lost in the last 60, 80 years that was common knowledge during Franklin Roosevelt's time, and I'd say even Eisenhower's time, the 1956 Republican Party platform talks about it as a good thing, is that unions set basically the floor for wages. That when there's a union workers are well paid, and in order to compete with those employers for employees, other non-union companies have to pay their people decently. And so typically for every good union job out there, there's a non-union job with relatively equal pay and benefits simply because of the existence of the union. And so arguably, when we were at 35% unionization, when Reagan came into office, 70% of American workers had the equivalent of a union job. Now it's down to about 7% of the private workforce, 13% if you include you guys, the federal workers and state and county workers. And what have we seen? We've seen the collapse of the middle class. And so I think you're absolutely right. If he takes out the union, he's going to take out everybody.
And what better place to try to do it than where AFSCME was founded, the state of Wisconsin.
Right.
And this legislation is just basically designed to take away the power from workers and just all laborers. And
is he basing this on Taft-Hartley?
I do not know. I do not know.
That's a question for a lawyer.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a rank and filer. I might be the vice president of AFSCME Local 60, which is a 2,500 member local that covers municipal employees in Madison and Dane County. But I'm a rank and filer. I work during the day, and then I spend 30 hours a week after work, working for my union brothers and sisters.
I've seen it.
And I got to tell you, the facts are the facts, and if I can throw a couple at you, the Taxpayer Alliance, only 4.2% of the state's direct expenditures go towards administration staff. That ranks 39th in the state and 17% less.
Right.
It has nothing to do with workers. It has to do with crushing the middle class.
Yeah, so, in other words, Wisconsin has there is no crisis in Wisconsin with regard to overpaid state workers or any of that kind of nonsense. Get over to the AFSCME.org website, AFSCME.org. Check out Council 40's activities. Tim Birkley, the Vice President of Local 60. Thanks, Tim.